All right, y'all. It's time to turn the notifications back on. It's ULG De La Ray.
ULGK.
And ULGJ. And welcome back to the group chat.
What's up, y'all? It's time to check in. I also, y'all are going to be proud of me. I did some research and I came with some facts
Love it.
to follow up on what we were talking about last time with Tia from Real Housewives of Potomac and her husband.
Yes.
So here are the facts. They've been married for 17 years.
Wow.
They have 4 kids. They have a set of twins that are a boy and a girl, and then 2 older daughters. That's why Tia and Giselle are cool, because they both have twins. So that's how they got a connection. Her husband, his name is Rob. Apparently she was shopping somewhere, and I think she was trying on coats or something. And she's Nigerian, but she was raised in London, so she's got the accent. Rob is from Chicago, the South Side. So when she was shopping, she was trying on a coat or something. He was like, "Oh, that look good on you." And she was like, "This accent, who is this man?" So they got married. He is 8 years older than her. At the time, she was about 19, 20-ish, but she didn't want to tell him that because I think she was I might be getting this part wrong. I think she was in New York at the time or something like that. And he was trying to get her to go out to the club, but she didn't have, credentials to get in. So yeah, he didn't find out her real age till 2 years after that.
When
It's
she
crazy.
could go to the club.
I can't remember if he had a job or not. On the show, she said he was in sales and acquisitions for a massive aeronautical company. That's a lot of syllables. But yeah.
Come on, educated Black man. We love that.
Hello.
Love
And
that.
then my last fact I have on here is that she's Nigerian, and her Nigerian name means pampered by my mother's womb.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the tea on Tia. Purr.
Love that. And that pampering has just carried over into her actual life outside of the womb. Love that.
The only thing that really kind of bothered me though was they came out with the trailer for the reunion, and they asked her about her husband. She started crying. So I really hope nothing bad happened. So yeah, that's the only thing, y'all.
Damn.
Yeah. Burst my bubble a little bit, but Another thing that really burst my motherfucking bubble, did you see those tributes to Mariah Carey?
Saw clips.
What were they? From who?
The disrespect. I don't even know why they would put Mariah in that position, because y'all know she hate when people sing her songs.
She does.
Especially when they can't sing.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, I guess she won Person of the Year or something like that for the Grammy. So before the Grammys, they had this big celebration for her where all these people were singing her songs, and she was sitting front row.
And she can't control her facial expressions. So
Bruh.
there's that.
The first clip I seen was Kesha singing
What?
Obsessed with Me. She was hollering, hooting and hollering.
And I was like, who is this?
Couldn't figure out what she was singing for a minute till she got to the chorus. I was like, oh, that's the song we're singing. It was interesting. And then they had Billy Porter on there looking like Whitney Houston with that bob.
These clips of Billy have been taking me down. Why was he in that lady's face like that?
I don't know.
That was insane. Does he not have social awareness, or is that he just don't care?
I think he thinks he's exempt.
Can you back up an inch?
I might have to see some of the memes because I haven't seen any of what you guys are talking about.
Prepare.
I feel like the only good clips I seen was Tori Kelly and Flo. Everybody else sound a fucking mess. Then Jennifer Hudson, we know she can sing, but what are we doing, y'all? Who was in charge of picking the people? Oh, I think I seen a clip of Shantae Moore. Now we know she's the queen, but those are the type of people y'all need singing. Everybody else who can't hit a whistle note need to sit down, please.
Tori Kelly to me is the best choice. It made the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to see a tribute where only one person does it. 1 or 2 people who are genuinely on that level Because when you think
Mhm.
about Mariah Carey, there's a handful of like famous singers who can do what she does. JoJo, why didn't they call her?
Cause they be hating on my girl for real.
I love JoJo.
What, Ariana was busy?
Right.
She must
You
have
see
a
what I'm saying?
contract. She must sign the NDA. I can't sing none of Mariah's songs. I can't sing when she's in the building. Like,
Now, I haven't watched the BET Awards in ages, but when they would do tributes, wouldn't it just be one person doing the covers? Or no?
they have a
No.
couple, but the least
Yeah.
of people could fucking sing.
Yeah.
Right. And it made sense because I thought the D'Angelo tribute was good, but to me, I wanted it to be like more drawn out. Like they literally sang like 8 seconds of each. Like Bilal, of course, did the best because he has like very similar vocal, like, what do you say? Like,
Tone.
tendencies and stuff. Like they were walking on for like 6 seconds and singing a little clip of a song and then they moved on. And I was like, I wanted a little bit more, but I mean, it's the Grammys, son. I was like, BET better not let me down.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I
because
think I
I'm
saw a
watching
little
all
clip of
awards.
Bilal.
I'm watching all awards this season because I just want to see how they do Sinners and all. I was just like, I'm tapped in this year. What we got?
Honey, I didn't even know the Grammys was on. I think somebody posted about somebody winning something, and I was like, the Grammys is on right now?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the only post I've
Not a
seen in
clue.
relation to the Grammys is about all the people who had acceptance speeches saying fuck ICE, which echo that sentiment. Yeah. I guess the actual singing portion is not a part of my algorithm right now.
That's okay. Like for the best. Since it's Black History Month, Neen, did you see the backlash that Shabuzi got?
I did start seeing them posts because it's like I get it, but then I don't get it. You know, I understand why he's getting the backlash, comma. I also feel like when I watched him initially make that speech, when I seen the clip the first time, I didn't feel like he was saying that to exclude Black people. I don't think he intentionally said it that way to like leave people out. I think he was trying to take his moment to like make a statement about like what's going on
Mm-hmm.
and get through his speech. But I understand why people are upset, but I feel like they're also dragging it.
Do you?
And y'all know I don't be knowing shit.
I was
What
about
did
to say.
Shabuzi do or not do? It sounds like.
There's a part of his speech where he said immigrants built this country. And I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I always get offended hearing that because I personally think that it's regurgitated from other people. And like I've heard other artists say that who were, like they're Hispanic, Latino, like I've heard them say that. And I fully understand like their perspective, especially because I fully believe that immigrants are like the backbone. They do a lot of jobs that Americans don't want to do. You know, they down and dirty, nitty gritty, like they show up, they're there. As far as like building the country, I don't think that's fair because I mean, our entire economy and all that, it was built on slave labor. Like the White House was built by slaves. So I think a lot of people get offended because it really does dismiss the contributions of Black Americans, whether they intend to like do that or not. The first person I ever heard say anything like this was my ex's grandma. She was like, Black Americans are the reason that anybody in this country can come over here and thrive or have a life or something like that. So, and I was just like, yeah, because we weren't immigrants. Like we were brought here and we were forced to like figure it out and fight. So once she told me that, it just kind of like altered my brain chemistry a little bit. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Put some respect on us. Whether you mean to or not, it's important.
Now, I think I've heard he sings some country songs.
He does. A lot of Black artists who are like Black and Black also, Black plus like something else, they tend to like, whether, like I said, whether they mean to or not, in their speech and their language and the culture that they choose to uplift and celebrate, it is never Black Americans. Like they always want to other themselves from us. And I mean, we all have our issues, but it's just like, dang, what we do?
I think he was trying to say the right thing and said it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
I also feel like where he really fucked up was that apology post that he made. That's where I think he really fucked up at. I was like, that was your chance to be like, you know what? Y'all are right. I should have explicitly said this, this, and this. And you could tell that he used ChatGPT to make that. It was just a mess. I just think people are really bad at taking accountability. Somebody needs to teach accountability classes because it's hard out here for people. They're struggling.
That it is.
That's true.
Speaking of accountability,
Literally exactly what I was getting ready to say.
can we talk about Sister Palmer? Baby girl, the more she do, the more I'm like, girl, just give her to the wolves. We be trying to help save you, girl, but you just be putting your foot in your mouth left and right. Like, I don't understand someone who's been physically abused in a domestic violence situation, publicly came out about it, but yet you are repeatedly seen with other abusers supporting they mess. Like, I really don't understand.
Tell us more for those of us who
First,
are unaware.
a long time ago, she did a interview, I want to say like on the radio, and mentioned R. Kelly and basically said that, she was in the studio with him once and basically about how he makes good music and shit. But it was like
Yep.
around the time that the documentary and all that shit was coming out.
What?
Yes, so this is pre her situation. Everybody was letting it slide, but she had an attitude when people were also brushing past the fact that she was saying Trey Songz was a creep and a abuser, because everybody likes to bring that up too. So I don't understand how she went from that to having that situation with her baby daddy to then trying to have a full-blown interview with Jonathan Majors ass and give him like a little piece to go with his apology tour he was going on. And then she was on stream with Blueface doing yoga and shit. Like, I want to know, where's your publicist? Who is the PR? Because they bullied her out of posting that interview with Jonathan Majors because everybody was like, girl, what the fuck are you doing?
And this was after Jonathan, I'm assuming, after his public.
Yes, this is once he started going with Megan and his court case was over and everything. He was trying to get back into like, I need
Life.
roles again. Yeah.
And aren't him and Megan, sorry, side note, they're no longer together, right? Or are they?
They're married. Didn't they
No,
just
they're
get married?
married.
Yeah.
Married?
Uh-huh. Yeah, girl.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's their story and they're sticking to it.
Well, I love that for her. I do not love that for Kiki.
Have a
Blueface
confession.
ain't really.
Yeah.
What?
I've never really liked Keke Palmer.
Really?
I've never seen it for her. Like and it could just be like the type of personalities that I like. Not that I just felt like something was wrong with her or like, ooh, something's off, because people be like that. It was never that. I was just like, she's just extra. Don't like that. And it just, there's nothing for me to feel like validated about, because like I said, it was never like, can't put my finger on it. But like, I've never really been a fan. I like some of the things that she's accomplished and what she's been able to do. Akilah and the Bee was like one of my favorite movies growing up because I love vocabulary. I love to spell. I wanted to be, matter of fact, I might join an adult spelling bee now because, necessary be fucking people up, but I know how to spell it. But
I'm dead.
I don't see it for her. And like, this is just putting even more of a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, girl, you got it.
She was on my irrational dislike list because it's like a list of people you just irrationally got beef with. If there's no reason, you just don't.
Just cause.
She was on that list. Yeah.
Yes.
And when she started to creep out of it, then all this shit started happening. I was like, let me go ahead and put you back on the list, child.
Okay.
And see, I wonder, because Kayla, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, her personality, it always seems super performative. So I would be very interested, like, what does a regular day with you look like? What is a regular conversation? Because all that shit she does with her voice to seem like real animated and shit, I'm like, is that how you typically carry on conversations, or is that a persona that you're putting on as Keke Palmer,
Right. Because you think it's like marketable, or like you get to be the silly black girl in roles. Like, she does like the Whitney Houston antics, but I'm like, let's not forget Whitney Houston was actually on drugs. Like, she was really battling with that. And I'm like, I just don't see it for some of that. I'm sorry.
Well, damn, Keke. And now tell me too, okay, so obviously we know about Robert and we know about Jonathan. Blueface. Did he beat his girlfriend?
Him and Krishan.
Yeah, that's enough,
Yeah.
They
was fighting each other.
Oh, yeah. And Keke that's interesting. Because back to the Trey Songz thing, didn't at one time she allege that he assaulted her?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when she did that, I took all of his music out of my playlist, like out of my library, because I don't play about sexual assault. So I was like, look, I support you. Not a big fan of you, but like, she was really the first one to speak up and say it. And like, if you look at Trey's songs, like his accusations and stuff, like, he's been
He has got a lot.
He's got a lot. I don't know how it's been kept so quiet to the point where he doesn't get the treatment like some other abusers.
And to bring us full circle, that's probably because of his publicist. So yeah, Kiki, we could do better. We
I
could do
really
better.
feel like her mom.
dead.
I read somewhere that her mom is her publicist or her manager.
Mm.
That
I
might
think
be
she
the
was her
issue.
manager.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if your mama ain't got no sense, she gonna have y'all both out here looking silly.
Her mama seemed like she got sense. That's the crazy thing.
She may
Maybe
have sense, but is she one of them old school mamas where
I
it's
was
just
gonna
like,
say
he's a man, just let him, no. It's like, girl, no.
When all that stuff was happening with her baby daddy, she did not seem like that.
her mom is not. If her mom is her publicist, manager, whatever, maybe she's not tapped into social media, what's going on out there in the ether. So she's like, "Oh, you want to interview Jonathan? Cool." You know,
She went to his stream, to his setup. She
Mm.
traveled to this man's house or where the hell he's streaming at. It was doing fucking yoga with him.
She got a check for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, at
'Cause
some
that's
point, you
fucking
gotta
crazy.
keep your integrity. Like, you have
Yeah.
money. Like, you can
Mhm.
turn down a couple of these appearances.
You have a reputation. How hard is it not to do shit with abusers? I don't think it's that fucking hard. There's so many other people to do shit with, other streamers.
totally.
This could be like a super reach or like a deep dive that doesn't need to happen. But do you feel like she may be trying to like overcorrect? Because I've heard like women who have been like severely abused, like, I don't want that to be all that I am, like my reputation. So maybe this is her way of like trying to normalize herself or what's happened to her by like just being like, oh, they didn't do it to me, so I can just hang out with whoever. But she's just like kind of tone deaf to the message that she's sending.
Maybe it's like
I feel like
exposure therapy.
I feel like once the Jonathan Major backlash happened, I don't understand why she would even think to do the blueface thing.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, did you not learn the first time? People let that go, actually. I think they let her and the Jonathan Majors thing go. It was still fucking with her. And then she did the blueface thing. I was like, I don't want to see no more. I don't give a fuck. She ain't that damn funny.
Maybe she don't care. Maybe she's just like, well, I'm getting a check, so I don't care what y'all think I represent. I don't care. I mean, I doubt that she's really saying like she doesn't care about like the people who support her, but it's what it gives, just a little bit. All the best to you, girl.
Yes. Prayers and sorrows, sorrows and prayers. What they say on Richardson. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, my girl Queen Charlotte.
Well, Jalen, you go ahead, take us down Liver's Lane, child.
Everybody get in, put your seatbelt on.
I am going to preface this conversation with a warning that I might get emotional and a warning for my sands because I know they're about to go the fuck off.
Probably. But you know, we like that.
So the topic for today's Lover's Lane is, can you be friends with your ex? I am recently out of a relationship with
Out
someone
of
I
an
was
engagement.
I was going to say with someone I was engaged to. Had we continued on in couples therapy last year, we were planning a wedding for this summer. We weren't freshly engaged. We've known each other since 2020, and we started off as good friends. We didn't start dating officially until 2022. And, you know, a lot has just happened between now and then, obviously, and now we are no longer together. So my question to you all, do you think you can be friends with your ex? Let's just start there.
No, we got to answer first. Go ahead, Kay.
Okay. Nope. I think in an ideal world, sure. You know what I mean? Like most people, I think, kind of reach a point in their lives and in their healing where they're just like, oh yeah, I could be friends with this person. But my recent ex, like I sent him a message, and you know, this was back when we like first broke up, like end of November, saying that like I wanted to be friends, but I'm like, that was a different Kayla talking. That was just a Kayla that was speaking from a place of like, you know, I had just experienced loss and I didn't want any more of that. And, you know, I was like, yeah, he's a cool person. And like we laugh and have history and stuff, but like, I don't want to. And then like one of my other exes who I can actually say that we're friends because like he'll call me and like check on me and stuff, but it always leads to like, the snow. I wish you were here. What do you have on? Like, that's not friendship to me. You know what I mean? And I always have to shut it down. And then he flips it on me like, well, see, this is why you did it. And I'm just like, but you hitting on me. Like, I didn't want none of that. I asked you how was work? Is your car running okay? You were having issues with it. So, you know what I mean? Absolutely. A whole palm tree. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so.
I think it depends. And I feel like when you are, it comes a time where you do have to end it. I don't think you can forever be friends with your ex. because I feel like once you start to get into a relationship or they start to get into a relationship, I feel like at that point the relationship needs to go ahead and call it quits. Because too many things have been in too many holes for you to still be in connection with somebody when you try to really build a relationship with someone else.
Mm.
At least in my opinion.
That makes sense. Something that Kayla said, well, when she was talking about how her ex will call her and then hit on her. My thing is, I don't know if you can be friends with your ex because do men even know how to be good friends? What is friendship to men? You know? And that's
That's
like
what
back to what Kayla was saying. It's like, oh, if the conversation always goes down a path where it's like, oh, what are you wearing? Or like, oh, we could be snuggled up like Kayla saying, that's not friendship because I'm not calling my girlfriends being like, hey, what are you wearing? You want to come snuggle, you know?
Yeah, and I meant to say if you're going to be friends, you definitely have to set like boundaries. Boundaries have to be set. Like we're not in
Yeah.
a relationship anymore. This is what this is going to look like. And
Yeah.
if I'm going to continue to be communicating with you, don't say no sexual shit to me cuz
Mhm.
we're not on that no more. The next time you do, we just might as well not talk cuz I'm not on that.
Yeah.
And see, I've said that. He ignored it. Then when I go off on you, then you're just like, well, what? Keep it.
Okay, respect that. Totally aligned. I thought that we would always remain friends, but as of today, literally probably like 30 minutes before we were set to record, I have a camera outside my door, right? And I hear somebody like wrestling around out there. I'm thinking it's the trash because I set it out. So I was going to pull it back in, and it's a bag on my door with a book in it, The Let Them Theory, that he had asked to read. He was dropping it off, and then as I'm pulling this off of my door, I see his car zoom past. So I text him. I said, so you're not talking to me? His response, I need to let you continue to be the world's best ex-girlfriend. I'm done.
Thank you.
That totally blows my mind. And I know it shouldn't because of how y'all are looking at me. I know
I'm just trying to understand if it's more to that. Is that what we're supposed to be mad at? You text him?
I thought just the entire situation, y'all would be like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Why is he
okay,
not
girl.
blocked by
I'm
now?
sitting here waiting for more like, when am I really gonna get mad?
Oh, he's about to pull up somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just like, wow, are you
That's called a
truly,
bruised ego.
because
Mm-hmm.
to everyone listening, I blocked him on social media back in December because I didn't want to be obsessing about what he's posting on his page. That's it. I don't care if he sees my stuff at all. But I also didn't think that me posting what I posted would warrant that type of a response. And I'm like, you're upset with me for are you upset because of the t-shirt saying the world's best ex-girlfriend? Are you upset
Looking for it. I was in the hashtags. I was like, hold on, was it a hashtag I missed? Hold on.
No, it
It's
was
on
just
your
the
shirt,
shirt.
girl.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
I
dead.
need one of those actually.
Were
Now I want
you
one that says world's worst because I'm gonna make you hate me. Okay.
Are you upset because of what was on the t-shirt? Are you upset because of the caption? And I know I shouldn't be trying to figure out why you're upset, but it's truly mind-blowing to me. You cheated on me. And I'm sitting here saying, let's still be friends because before us being in a relationship, we had a friendship. So for this to be the response that I'm getting, I'm truly mind blown.
That's my tricks ain't working no more. I'm upset. The manipulation, it's not working anymore.
But y'all
She
be
seen
100
through
with
me.
me. Like, because of course I call my mom and she's all like, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. But that's what, of course, my mom's gonna say that. I know this is a
What you
crazy.
think we gonna say?
Okay.
I'm trying to think what the vibes I'm putting off, cause
I know this is a crazy question, but like, was something wrong with my post?
Jayla, hold on,
no,
hold on, hold on,
girl.
hold on. No. We're gonna pause right here because this is how you know he's manipulative because you posted that, you planned that, you poured your heart out, you had that sitting in the draft for months, you ran it through us, and then because he drops off a book and didn't speak to you, you are immediately like, did I do something wrong? No, that was for you. That wasn't for him. And if you were like gonna be friends, I think that like, you knew he would have had to see that, but like a man who is not emotionally mature is never gonna see anything like that, truth or not. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times men get away with like their stuff being done in the dark, and then the women that they deal with are super nice and they keep it nice and neat and clean, and then they move on and do stuff to the next person, and then it's like rinse and repeat. So he wasn't expecting somebody to like, make what he did to them something so public. So of course he, like she said, His ego is hurt. His manipulation tactics don't work. He's wounded, which is what I said yesterday in our group chat. Was it yesterday? Yeah. So, I mean, to me, this is the absolute on par, spot on
You
response for a man like that. 1,000,000%.
you you didn't even say he cheated in your post.
She did.
I did.
She said, let
Did
them
she?
cheat on you. Yeah. Because I pulled up the
Oh,
notes.
okay.
We going back.
Okay.
Like, that's what the book was about. Did you read it? Why you want to drop it off in a bag in my door? Like, did you read it?
You should be trying to understand why he's mad. He ain't got no reason to be mad. That nigga
Thank
is
you.
is trying to get a reaction. That's what he's trying to do.
He's mad at himself, and he's mad at the fact that, like, the nice Jalen that I know, the one who has been protecting me, is
Mhm.
not showing up right now. And
But
I don't know what to do with this version, and I need to get a reaction out of her.
And that's what's so crazy because I also told y'all about the text he sent me over the weekend. And it was like, this is you feeling the need to control everything and everyone to make sure you're comfortable with no concern for anybody else. And I'm like, even with me posting that, I'm still being nice. I'm not doing what a lot of women would do. I'm not doing what I could be doing. Because that's not me. But I feel like he wants me to be the villain so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he was able to use that as like, yep, see, I knew she was just like everybody else, or I knew she was a bitch, or da 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 da. And it just makes me question everything. Were we ever friends? Did you ever really love me or what?
I think accountability's been in my second bathroom. And when y'all was in Boston, when y'all was in Texas, it's just never been in the room. He's never gonna take any
Come on, second
accountability.
bathroom.
Come on.
That's the title of the
Come on.
episode. The second bathroom, right? Because why is it across the
He's
street? Huh?
damn, you pushing 50. You still ain't found it yet. That don't make no sense. Uh-huh. You
Right.
held on way longer than we thought.
Listen,
And
even
like
now,
and like Kayla said, me posting that had nothing to do with you. Literally nothing. Every day I look at that post and scroll through the carousel of pictures, it makes me tear up because I'm like, this is really sad. But I feel like he thinks that my intentions are always to hurt him. But where I'm at now, I guess it's not possible for you to have a friendship with your ex.
No, with that one.
with my first ex, it was the same thing. We tried to very, very slowly and safely build a friendship. And then a little thing would be said or done. And then him coming at me was like, well, see, this is why you always do this. You always do that. Who are you talking to? Because we're friends. Like, why are we even looking at conversation in the scope of a relationship or what I did do and didn't do, what you did do? That should be off the table for the sake of just friendship. If you want to give me some feedback or criticism as a friend, and I know that it's coming from a good place, but like you're over here telling me that like I'm controlling because I didn't want to hear a song. Who you talking to? I don't want to hear it. Next. And it's not even a big deal. It's just an easy fix. But like, that's why I feel like for y'all, and I don't want to, I mean, I'm being nice when I say this. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, it's never possible. For the time being, for the foreseeable future, for y'all, I don't think it's possible. It's not, because if he's going to use these opportunities to dig at you and cut down at your self-esteem,
And that's what,
it's okay. No, I'll be going in just a little bit. Let me pipe down.
and that's why I'm like, you're getting to a place, and I say getting, and I know you guys are going to think I sound stupid, but it's getting to a place where I'm not going to want to be your friend, and where I'm not going to be nice, and where I'm not going to protect you.
But I also feel like he's pushing you to that point to get a reaction out of you. So I feel like even when it comes to that, you still don't have to react. You still don't have to do anything, just put him in a box. Because what he wants is a reaction. He wants to see that he is making your emotions turn. You see, all I gotta do, she ain't been thinking about this book, but she done put it all in this caption. Let me go put it on her doorstep.
Right.
See how, make her feel some type of way.
Because he knew you was probably going to text him and say something. And, you know, that's what we be talking about. Like, no contact. Like, whatever you want to do. Okay, if you want to throw a tantrum and put the book back on the door and not fine. And have a blessed day. Because I'm going to.
Because that's not doing nothing but showing that you're turning his emotions, honestly.
Which is not, again, it's not about you. It's not about getting an emotional reaction out of you. And that's one thing I try to tell my mom. The behaviors I'm seeing, it's nothing new. It's just I've never seen it directed like this harshly at me. And that's why I'm like, wow. Also, me in this t-shirt, the world's greatest ex-girlfriend, obviously I'm being facetious in saying that. Am I great? Yes. Do I have a solid foundation? Absolutely. Are there still areas where I need to grow and things I need to work on as an individual and in a partner and to become a wife? Absolutely. But considering all the things that I have done for our relationship, including wanting to continue a friendship after you admitted that you cheated on me, something as simple as a post in a t-shirt with a phrase that you don't like makes you say, I'm done. And so I responded, I said, wait, are you serious? His response was, Kayla, back to what you just said. I think a minimum 30-day reset is best for me right now.
Nigga, how about a forever day reset in this
Right.
bitch?
How about a life reset?
But do y'all
Please.
remember back in November when he first told me he cheated on me? And he had said at that time that he wanted us to work through it. And I was on board. I said, but I think we need 30 days of no contact. And I was like, during that 30 days, I would also appreciate you not having sex with other people, which he said, oh, I'm not doing that. And I was like, what? Well, I mean, if we're not technically together, but you just said that you wanted to work on it. And then he ended up saying, well, I mean, I just don't want that type of pressure. You know, maybe I'll use this as a test for myself. But now you need a minimum of 30 days no contact, which I'm going to honor because I can respect people's boundaries. But when I asked you for that, we didn't talk for maybe a day and a half, and then he was texting. So it's like,
Who's trying to control who?
Thank you.
I think you need to let him think he's taking a 30-day bereavement, whatever the hell you want to call it, and block his ass. Fuck them 30 days.
a minimum 30-day reset.
Fuck him and fuck them days.
Take 30 months. Take as long as you need. But like the mental turmoil that you're going through because you're still trying to like, and to be honest, I don't understand why you want to be friends, but I think it's probably time for like some reframing. Like for what? You know? Like was telling you yesterday, it just seems like every time you're around him, like these emotions that are really negative kick up in you. And it's not to say that like, you know, the rage and the anger and stuff after a breakup isn't normal because it absolutely is. But like it happens more when you're around him and when you're genuinely trying and you're trying to be just in a better place with him. And he proves over and over that he can't handle it. That's why I think it's time for like, okay, let's just pull back all the way. You're a believer. I'm a believer. We believe in the spirit realm, all that. I feel like it's just a lesson that you probably just need to learn. You know what I mean? He's going to keep breaking your heart in different ways until you say, okay, enough. That's enough.
Yeah. And I know this is not true, but like you're saying, it's getting to the point where I'm like, am I a bad person?
We done told you why we thought you were saint. We'll keep that in our real group chat. But
When you get outside of it and look at it, it's like, that's making me feel like a bad person. No. How about every time you feel like that, you run through a list of shit he done did?
there you go.
Okay. With the most recent and go back.
Yeah. I think my therapist told me to do something similar. I just haven't gotten around to do it, but I should definitely do that.
Prioritize that.
Yeah. So I would definitely say to anybody who's going through a breakup to just break up because the amount of emotions and the amount of back and forth, you know, it's literally less than a month ago. It was, I want us to be back together. We'll go as slow as you want. I still want us to grow and all that stuff. And then here we are.
You got to cut him off and thrive.
Yeah.
You can't fly with somebody hanging on your leg.
Do you guys block all of your exes or just when they're causing emotional terror?
If they're a spawn of the devil, definitely block.
Yeah, I only have like 3 actual exes. I have blocked people that I've dated. Like we weren't in a relationship, but like we were dating, talking and stuff. I've blocked them because I was just like, I didn't even want to open that can of worms. But the 3 exes that I have, they're not blocked. They've been blocked at different times, but you know, once I know in my heart and my mind and my soul that like we're not gonna be together, I don't want to be with them, then it's very easy for me. And that of course is way after I experience all like those violent emotions of anger, rage, sadness, you know, desperation, even disappointment. Like that's way after all of that. So it's not to say that I don't go through that because Lord knows I have. But yeah, they're not blocked. Yeah, it's fine. If I do feel like I want to creep up on them, I'll just be doing something else. I'll hit somebody up.
I'm dead. My exes, I just unfriended them. One of them's blocked right now because I accidentally liked the post the other day, and I needed
That
to I needed to erase the evidence. But other than that, well, I mean, I guess the evidence ain't erased no more since I just said that. But yeah, they're just unfriended because I don't see the need to have them popping up on my shit. You don't need to be having my shit popping up. Well, I'm gonna pop up regardless, but like, and I am pretty nosy, so I like to be able to go and look at things if I want to just go and look. Not that I care. I just like to lurk. I'm a lurker.
I guess, too, I'm just so shocked. And I don't know why. Because again, these are not behaviors that I have not seen before, but it's still so jarring. Like, you're directing all of that at me.
And when you're in it, you're not gonna see it because you're in it. You making up all types of excuses for the nigga because you love him.
mm-hmm.
Now the blinders are gone, and you like, damn. I get the same feeling all the time, but you can't fault yourself. You did what you thought was right in the moment. You believe what you believed. It is what it is. Now you gotta take the steps to learn from that situation so you can apply it to the next situation.
For sure.
Because it's not gonna do any good to go through all that and not learn anything. And then it's like, damn, I just went through all that pain for nothing. I gotta at least learn something.
Yeah.
I need to set this boundary next time. I need to express this way next time. If a nigga do me like this, I'm gone the first time. He ain't got to do it to me 3 times for me to be like, all right, nigga,
Mm-hmm.
that first time is good enough. Especially at our age and the niggas you like's age, one time is enough. No shade.
It's funny as
No
fuck.
shade. No. Yeah. She likes older men, you know? They should have some fucking sense.
They should.
At least the one you want to be with don't have to have some fucking sense. And
And
some people are easier at masking it than others. So it might take a little bit for you to realize this ain't for me, but it's okay.
And that's the thing too. Part of me feels like, I don't want to say stupid, but it's not like he masked any of this behavior. But I'm like, did you just put on a facade? Or were you trying to show up as a better man because of my presence? And now you're just like, fuck it, I can be who I really am.
But also your standards could change. It's okay for standards to change and for standards to level up.
Yeah.
So with all that said, I think our lover girl lesson for the week is if it costs you your peace, it's too expensive.
Mm,
We cannot get our peace back, honey.
that's real.
It's
That's
hard
real.
to come by. Well, y'all, updates for me. I did do my journaling solo date today. I took a mental health day from work, y'all. I just couldn't do it. So
yeah.
I took time to journal. And a few things I like to share for my journaling and setting my intentions is I think a big thing I really want to follow this year is, when people are always like, do it scared.
Mhm.
That's what I want to do this year. I'm a very much a perfectionist and I feel like I get caught up on the planning of things and making sure everything's executed exactly how I planned it instead of just like sharing my content and my art with people. And I just feel like the people who get it are going to get it and the people who don't are not supposed to be there. So, we talked a lot about our goals a couple weeks ago and you said, you said that you're not really focused on like numbers and things like that, just like the experience. So I really want to get out of like as a content creator, we can get really into like analytics and views and numbers. And it's like, I really don't want to have to care about that shit for real. I want people to engage with my stuff because they like it, they relate to me, they're interested in like what I'm talking about. I don't really care if they're following me or liking my shit. Like I like it and that's why I'm posting it. So
Exactly.
that's what I got from my journaling today.
Love that. Okay, what you got?
To be honest, y'all, I don't even remember what I said last week, but I did complete my walking medal. So I did like a walking challenge for the month of January where I had to walk 89 miles. And I have a walking pad. I have a standing desk, all that good stuff, because y'all know I'm still a work from home baddie. So yeah, and like I really wanted the Pennywise medal because he's my favorite like villain. And it's like I'm waiting on it to come in the mail. I can't wait. I'm a show it. But
Oh, it's like an actual medal?
yes, and then like it
Oh.
slides up in the middle and like his mouth opens and it's like the deadlight. So it's like from the movies.
Oh,
I
that's
cannot wait to
cool.
get it. So I felt really proud that I completed like my walking challenge because it was like walking,
Oh,
but also
congratulations.
thanks. And it was also like workouts too. So my
Mhm.
thing is I'm just being consistent as much as I possibly can and not feeling disappointed when I'm like, oh, I wanted to do Pilates today, but I just like did the walking pad. Like, no, that's the point. Just being consistent, changing a lot of my habits, taking advantage of the good things in my life. I won't go into detail. I mean, y'all know, but I won't do it on the show on wax. But just taking advantage of like the blessings that I have and like being in a really good situation. And I also went to see another movie, and it doesn't even feel like a solo date for me, but I just love the movies. I went to go see Send Help last night, and that movie was insane.
Oh.
It was insane. It had a huge twist. It was Jalen, it was almost like a twist like The Housemaid. It was one of those type of twists. It was a really cool movie, but I got caught in the snow when I got out. But that's all I'm doing over here.
That's
Love
so cool.
that.
I thought the medal was like, one of the virtual ones they give you like on an app or something. That's
Mm-mm.
so cool.
My certificate is. I was like, y'all could have printed me out something, but
Especially if they send in a medal. Why would you
that's
Right.
what
not
I
just
paid
send a piece
for.
of paper too?
They might surprise me. I don't know. They
They
might have a little
might.
something extra. Some
Yeah.
stickers.
Yeah.
I love that. I did. So on Monday, was it Monday? Yes, Monday was February 2nd, which was supposed to be our 4th year anniversary. I took myself out to dinner that night, and I did some journaling from the prompts. And the one that I want to share is there a habit or mindset that you feel ready to let go of in order to make space for something new? So what I want to let go of is putting everyone else's needs before my own. Everyone else's needs, feelings, priorities, just other people. And not like, I'm not saying that in a selfish way, but y'all know what I mean. Like, sacrificing myself in order to make sure other people are taken care of. And I asked myself, like, why is it that I do that? Because I feel like I do that in romantic and platonic relationships. And as I was sitting there thinking about it, I really feel like it boils down to this fear I have of so many important relationships in my life, or what I thought were important relationships in my life, and that were always going to be a part of my life. Those people have always walked away, and like, here's another one. But it also made me think about my word for the year. And I definitely need you guys to hold me accountable, since that's how we started the podcast. And that is unapologetic. I know my post that clearly upset him, but what came to mind on Monday night when I was journaling was like, I want to be unapologetic. I want to heal unapologetically. I want to show up authentically and unapologetically in all spaces, at work, home, with my friends, when I'm trying new things, whatever the case may be. And then whoever, like you just said, whoever isn't rocking with that, whoever walks away, like I just have to realize that those people are meant to walk away.
I just want you to know I also wrote that down in mine, so you're not alone.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you have like childhood trauma or abandonment issues, I think that is our love language, is making other people happy. Because then we feel like if we don't like mess something up, they won't leave. If we keep making them happy, we don't make them angry, there's no reason for them to want to leave or have to go because they're always happy. So I think the first step is like, acknowledging that. And then you just got to practice on recognizing when you are doing it so you can correct yourself. Because that's something I feel like I had to do this past year, was seeing when I was putting myself to the back burner. But I know you can do it, and we will definitely hold you accountable, honey.
I know y'all will.
Listen, because when you said something the other day, I said, have you been talking to so-and-so? That was my first, because why? Shut it down.
Yeah, which I need to give y'all the tea about my therapy appointment, but we'll definitely keep that in the real group chat. Yeah. Man.
Well, lovers and friends, it's been so real. Thank y'all so much for listening. We are going to put y'all on D&D. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.